So, question 5 of applications to trigonometry says a large balloon is up in the air and tethered to a point on the ground on either side of it. The angle one rope makes with the ground is 52 degrees, and the angle the other rope makes with the ground is 64 degrees. If the length of the longer rope is 70 feet, find the length of the shorter rope to the nearest foot. Okay. Whew. So we know that there's a balloon up in the air right there. Right? And so we know that on one side there's an angle that reaches 52 degrees to the ground, and on the other side there's an angle created by the rope that is 64 degrees. Right? And so we know that the longer side has a side measure of 70 feet. Well, I know that let's find the last missing angle before we fill anything in case that might be the longer side. So 64 plus 52 would equal 116. Yeah, 116. Let me check my math. Yeah, 116. So 116 and 180 minus 116. Would equal 64. Okay, so 64. So that means that we know that the biggest angle measures will have the biggest side lengths. So that means that these two are the same. So the angle that the kite creates with the ground is the same as the angle that the rope makes with the kite or the balloon. So the angle that the balloon makes with the ground is 70, and the angle that the rope makes with the balloon is 70 also. Okay, so now that we know this, we're now looking for the side length of this angle, which is going to be the smallest side. And so this would make me feel as though this would involve or incorporate law of sine. So law of sine says that angle A over side A equals angle B over side B, which equals angle C over side C. Okay? So let's put that into effect. So we know that sine 64, the angle measure, over 70 equals sine 52 over its missing angle measure. I'll just say x for the missing angle, the missing side measure. My bad, missing side measure. So we'll cross multiply these, and so we'll get sine 64 multiplied by x equals 70 times sine 52. But we are looking for x, so we have to divide it by sine 64 to isolate the x value. And so we'll divide both sides of the equation by sine 64. And so if you were to put this equation into a calculator, 70 times 952 divided by sine 64, we would get that side measure, or that side length, is 61.37, or x equals 61.37. And 37. But it says that we have to round to the nearest foot. So that's not really the answer. So the real answer is x equals 61 if you round to the nearest foot. And so that means that the smallest side is 61 feet.